Today, Felipe Massa announces retirement from Formula One. Again. The fact I even had to type that last sentence says a lot about the state of Williams and Felipe Massa the human being. More on that later. Let's talk about Felipe the driver first. For me, by any measure, one of the 6 or 7 best guys Formula One has had since the turn of the century. It's obvious and been done before, but it's impossible to talk about Felipe without talking about 2008. A season where he won 7 times, broke out from the shadow of teammates like Schumi and Raikkonen, and came so close to winning that title. A year where he pushed Lewis Hamilton, this era's king, to the limit. That alone is an ability that we often didn't give Nico Rosberg enough credit for, until he retired, and now we have to look at his Finnish replacement struggling for us to all realise that. More so than the narrow defeat, we all saw the emotional heartbreak of Felipe, the cruel result of winning a home race, many drivers' dreams, and being world champion for about 8 seconds. The polarising nature of it all was one of F1's greatest scenes. Massa would never come this close to winning a title again due to his critical accident the following year, but he came back in 2010 to a different role, and it's one I feel he doesn't get enough credit for. Because for me, Felipe Massa is one of the most selfless drivers I have ever seen. Ferrari went all out for Fernando Alonso on the year of his comeback, and as we all saw at Hockenheim, he was willing to give up a victory so Fernando had a better chance at winning his 3rd title, something I know 99% of F1 drivers would never do. For all the condemnation of team orders in F1, it still takes a truly selfless guy to actually move over. Massa stuck around for 3 more years being the number 2 and never complained or batted an eyelid, loyal to the team till the end. And in the last 2 seasons, his treatment by Williams has been questionable at best. He retired last season, but did the team a solid by coming back out to return in 2017 due to Williams' agreement with Martini. They have to have at least one driver over the age of 25, something they clearly forgot when they let Valtteri head to the boys in silver. And no matter which way you slice it, Williams have jerked him around this season. Felipe had every intention to stay for the 2018 season, until the team started actively shopping his seat around after the summer break, offering Robert Kubica and pulled the rest to testing roles. Felipe very reasonably asked for assurances on his future. Williams said not to after the season, so I strongly suspect Felipe's made that decision for them. And I can't blame him. They've treated him like half-priced shit, especially after the ginormous favour he did for the team in the first place. It's, no matter which way you cut it, it's a shitty way to treat any human being at any job, trying to essentially push him out the door. It's why this video has the title it does. This is the first time in forever I feel Felipe made the decision for himself, and I'm glad he did. He's earned that right, and if you ask me, Williams have been embarrassing with their treatment of him. By any measure, I'm glad Felipe gets to leave F1 on his own terms, something he very nearly didn't get 8 years ago, and while he's not had quite the dizzying level of success that others have had in this era, he remains an important part of F1 in the 21st century, and I think just as importantly, one of the real good guys of the F1 paddock, universally appreciated, and who was never afraid to wear his heart on his sleeve and bear his emotions to the world. That resonated with me, and I'm sure for many of you watching this. So thanks for everything, Felipe, and best of luck in the future. You're a good driver and a better man. Thanks for watching.